Hello guys, my name is Centurion HD, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk. I'm making this series where I pretty much just allow my opinion to be shared on things going on in the gaming community and some stuff that I don't really like and stuff that I like. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Obsidian camo in Modern Warfare. Now, I am no longer gonna try to go for it because I've already tried to go for it with my MP5. I've gotten about 10 out of 150 total, but I just can't be bothered doing it anymore because I have to sweat my butt off just to get 15 kills every game. Simply due to the fact that when I play solo, the teammates I get are not the best. They do kill the enemies, but most of the time they look at an enemy like the enemy is a beautiful flower. They just look at them and die. And here I am carrying the team by like 20 kills when everyone has less than 10. And the reason I say that I've got teammates that aren't the best is because my enemies are around my level or above. I'm talking most of the time I'm having to face people that are over level 100. Now people say that your level doesn't mean anything, but in Modern Warfare it means something. Because normally I face level 120s to level 150s. And these guys, if you're a new player, they are going to give you the worst time of your life. They're probably going to make you not want to play the game ever again. Because, let me tell you, they bunny hop around every corner, they slide around every corner, they drop shot you when you're not even looking at them, they jump shot you when they're not even looking at them. Like, you could be admiring your own gun staring at a ball. They would shut you down, you could watch the kill cam, they would jump around the corner expecting you to see them, they would see that your back is turned, they would still jump around the corner, they would start shooting at you, then they would go into a drop shot. So, I just don't want to sweat my butt off just to get an Obsidian camo. I'm still gonna go for the gold camo because that means that I've mastered the weapon, and like, I'll admit Obsidian does look really nice, but in my opinion, gold looks a little bit better. Simply due to the fact that you can actually see the gold, and the only thing you can barely even see the crystalline shine of the obsidian. Obsidian is a crystal stone. It has several surfaces to it, unless it's all a flat surface. But anyway, if it has several flat surfaces to it, all those flat surfaces shine, and the obsidian camo barely shines. It does shine, but you can barely see it in the heat of battle. And with gold, you can definitely see it. And sometimes you can get too distracted by it and then you die. But that's a good thing. If you get distracted by the camo because it looks so good, that's a bloody good thing. Like, you don't want to work hard for obsidian when you can't even see it. So, as I've said, I'm not gonna attempt to go for obsidian anymore because I've tried already and I've been sweating my ass off each and every single time, and sweating my ass off is just not fun anymore. It is just not fun in the slightest. The fact that squads on Fortnite is not skill based anymore. Now, I would agree with that, but only half the time because I have played solo squads a bunch of times. Calm down, Eddie. He's been very aggressive, damn. I mean, it is on pro difficulty, but he's been very aggressive. Okay, I don't like him anymore.
Lands a big right hand early. Hurt him with that overhand.
I'm getting my ass beat right now.
Oh, look at this! Who saw that coming?
McGregor's strike attempt there is blocked. Trying to establish that jab once again. Left hand lands flush over the top.
He's doing a great job of blocking.
That one appeared to stun him.
He's trying to hang on.
Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here.
He's looking for that elbow.
How about that shin? Also, he gets clipped once again here, Joe, and he continues to be vulnerable by leaning in. He's keeping his head on the center line. He's got to change things up a little bit here.
Nice shot.
Well, that'll quiet the storm. Shot blocked by Eddie Alvarez.
These guys are swinging.
Just out of range with that left hook. Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
He's badly, badly hurt. Nice leg kick. There's a body shot. There's a solid body shot.
Oh! He's looking for that left hand. Not there. Oh, beautifully done.
He's hurt
there.
bad. He's hurt here.
Oh, he might be out. Oh! Man!
Big straight punch. Very nice. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. He tagged him.
Now they're both throwing with power. So under 30 seconds to go in what has been a pretty entertaining and active first round. Oh!
Big shots.
So a strong 5 minutes down. All right, round two.
That last round. Big left hand.
He's got him right here. McGregor's kick attempt, that one was blocked. Oh, body kick attempt here, it's no good.
Body kick, look at that.
Effective jab there by Eddie Alvarez. Oh, right-left combo. Oh!
He's trying to stay up.
And now a head kick to boot. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home.
Oh, he hurt him. Oh! Back to his feet again. Amazing. Really missed with that right hand. He got clipped there. He got hurt. He is in deep danger right now. Deep danger. Wow! Back to his feet again. Amazing. That was excellent.
Apparent non-skill-based matchmaking in squads. I have done solo squads a bunch of times when skill-based matchmaking was on, and it's the same thing. At the beginning of the round, when you land at a certain location along with a bunch of other people, you get a gun before them, a bunch of easy beginning elims, right? Well, it's the same thing without, it's the same thing now, except it's literally the same thing, a bunch of easy elims in the beginning of the game. As soon if you get weapons first, and assuming the people don't have mats to block your bullets with, there are some people that you land with. For example, I was playing squads with both my mates yesterday, Masoff and Dirision. Masoff is better than me, Dirision is around my skill level, maybe a little bit worse, I don't know. But anyway, I landed on Masoff. I got into the building because I heard footsteps down there. I got an SMG. I saw a Bright Bomber. She had a shotgun. I started shooting at her. She missed her first shot on me, then instantly went to build. Like, she jumped up, went into build mode, tried to build a wall, but there's no way that she could build a wall. So I pretty much got an easy elim like that. So, skill-based matchmaking, I'm guessing, is off, but there are still people who are real. There are definitely bots, as I have a fair share of bot kills in my book, along with both my mates. We can definitely tell when they're bots, because they shoot at you without building. I mean, that could just be a brand new player, who knows? But anyway, the way that you really can tell when they're a bot is when they are busy breaking through a wall. You take a shot at them, they're still busy breaking through the wall. They don't stop breaking through it, no matter how many times you shoot them. The bloody henchmen are better than these bots, and the henchmen are AIs. They're both AIs, but whatever. I mean, yeah, the henchmen are obviously better than them because the henchmen already have weapons, but whatever. The boss henchmen, like Deadpool, Brutus, Meowskull, Midas, TNT Anna, chick with the hat on that has those pink wings on the hat. I don't know what her name is, but whatever. These AIs, they're like players who have really good aim and know where to place their shots, but they can't build, obviously, because they're AIs, you know? And then there's the players that sweat on you like it's a scrim. Like, there'll always be players like that. I know this because I was doing duo squads this other time with me and Maceoff. And we killed a bunch of AIs, a bunch of bad players, and then we rocked up on these two other players. Let me tell you, these two players, I could definitely tell that they were either OG or they bought their accounts. Because one of them had the snow competition skin. The other one had like pigtails, with like a black outfit on. So I'm guessing that they were either OG or they bought their accounts, but whatever. These guys, they were playing it like it was a scrim. Like, I was definitely building up to them, editing a few of my builds, but they were editing everything. Let me tell you, their aim was worse than mine. I literally waited for their edits. I broke both their shields 2 or 3 times. Like, both of them combined, I probably broke their shields like 4 times combined. But they came. I faced the snow competition one first, broke his shield, he went away. The second one came at me, broke her shield, she went away. Then they both came at me at once. All I had to do was just jump around, break the snow shield again, broke the other one's shield again. But then one of them got a good shot on me, shot me in the head, broke my shield and got me down to like 25 HP. I had no choice but to run, and my mate Maceoff was already down because they both came at him all at once. And like, I'd say that I'm not good under pressure because I was building and trying to get away, and the the black outfit chick came at me. I was still building, and she hit me in the shoulder with a full blast of a shotgun. That took me out because I only had 50 shield and like 25 HP. I didn't have time to put meds on. Well, she boxed me up, but she accidentally like blocked herself off. So she edited the wall as soon as she did that, went back in, and then as soon as she came back in, she edited the wall out just like that. So there are definitely people that are gonna sweat like that. And the reason I call them sweats is because there was no reason for them to edit on us like that, or to like build that so ferociously like it was a scrim. It's a pub. And if people play a pub like it's a scrim, they are sweaty. And the difference between a pub and a scrim is, in a scrim, there are people that are going to try hard on you. It's a tournament-like competition. In a pub, there's people that are good at the game. There's people that are AIs. There's people that are decent. There's people that are good. Now, every single one of these people that are good, bad, decent AI, they build on you, but they don't edit and build. They don't edit like Mongrel. Now that's a pub. And people that are in scrims, that go into pubs, those are sweaty people. So, and I can also tell that they are creative warriors because the ones that have fought me have worse aim than me. Now, like I mentioned in my other video, what's the point of being able to crank and edit when you can't have the aim to back it up? What's the point? Like, if you can edit and crank like Mongrel, good for you. You can do that, good for you. But if I've got better aim than you, then what does that tell you? You gotta improve on more things, other than just trying to scare people away with builds and edits. That's the thing that I don't get about most people. They think that building and editing and doing nothing but that will win them the game by scaring off the opponents. They think that they're better than people who can hit them while they're cranking and editing, simply because they can crank and edit. No. There's 3 different departments in the game: building, editing, and being able to actually hit your shots. Now, I am fairly good at building and being able to hit my shots. I'm working on my editing because I find that editing my builds is way quicker than breaking my builds, and it also saves materials. Because I have played a scrim or two, and being able to save your materials is crucial. Because you only get 500 max materials in wood, brick, and metal. And there's also the ability to tell what's going on around you. And the ability to predict what your opponent is going to do is also crucial. Now me, I can predict what my opponent is going to do because every single creative warrior that I've faced, mostly, does the same edits on me. And that is how I can hit those sweet, juicy shots on them. Now I say sweet and juicy because it's satisfying. It's satisfying when you hear that shield break sound effect. It is satisfying when you see them when you shoot them and then you see them edit the wall back up, then they run away to med up or shield up. The only time where I've died to a creative warrior is where I've run out of ammo or where I've panicked because there was more than one on me. Now, I'm not good under pressure, but I can definitely say that I've got better aim than most. All I've got to do is just wait. That's I've got the patience of a saint. All I've got to do is wait for that edit, that sweet edit. Then, like, the thing is, these people are too fixated on editing to try and scare you away. Then, because there are times where I've missed my shot and they've missed their shot too. They edit on you and their sensitivity is so high. They edit, then they miss their shot. They edit again, miss their shot. Edit again, then miss their shot. Now, if Squads is not skill-based anymore, then maybe it's just because I've lost some of my skill, which is completely understandable. Some of the best pro players in Fortnite that have moved over to Warzone because of skill-based matchmaking. Because they're in the state where they'll start facing sweats, but they've moved to other games, so their skill sort of declines over time. Now when they go back in there, they have to sweat to beat the sweat. Now who wants to continuously sweat game after game just to get a dub? Huh? That's not fun, is it? It's fun to troll. It's fun to get the occasional joke around. It's fun to meme. It's not always fun to sweat. Now yes, I get it. The game is competitive, but it's fun to cool off and have some fun for a change. So.
Alright, so with that touch of the gloves, we are underway with this stand-up only fight. A couple of rules in play here, we remind you. No grappling of any type. Also, fighters cannot do any follow-up strikes on the floor. Let's see how it plays out.
Good punches. Missed that shot.
OAM gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up, Joe.
Big knee right there.
Big
Beautiful
body
shot there, too.
his left here, trying to circle away from the power left of his opponent. Lands a punch. Try to establish that jab.
Oh, that was a big left hand he connected with.
Oh, straight right.
Look at this.
Oh! He's got him hurt here.
Back up. Hurt him with that uppercut.
Big right hand.
He rocked him with that right hand.
But he looks compromised here, Joe. Left hand lands flush over the top.
Tries a big hook to the head, but misses.
Man, Joe, he continues to leave that head open.
Oh, he tagged him. He tagged him with the right hand.
Oh!
The kick lands and he's down.
Oh!
Big shot.
Goes down again.
He's back to his feet, but he's hurt.
So as we get this stand-up-only fight underway, just a quick reminder on the rule set: no grappling or wrestling of any type, and fighters also cannot follow up with ground strikes on the canvas. So if you knock your opponent down, you cannot follow up with strikes. Very important to point that out here at the beginning of round one.
That one hurt.
Wow, what a kick!
Nice head kick. Kick.
Just out of range with that right hand. Oh, how did he eat that uppercut?
These guys are just standing in front of each other and throwing bombs. And he's looking for that left. Good combination. Beautiful right hand.
Pearson's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Oh, he got cracked with the jab there, Joe, and his head is firmly on the center line, the one place it really can't afford to be. He's showing some vulnerability here by leaning right into his opponent's range. Let's see if he can make some adjustments here. Effective strike there by McGregor.
Tagged him with the Superman punch. He's looking for that elbow.
Oh, big left hand. We'll see if he can follow it up.
Powerful left hand. Huge hook
shot is true. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
Nasty combinations here. Oh, he tagged him with the left.
He's got him hurt here.
Nice leg kick. Big Superman punch.
Wow!
He is rocked. Good defense there. All of those are blocked.
And he connects there, Joe.
Hit him hard with that
hook
hook
to the chin.
He hurt him with that hook.
Watch the shot here, Joe.
What an exchange here. Hurt him with that uppercut. A big shot to the head. Oh!
Back to the feet.
Really swung for the fences with that hook, but misses. 30 seconds. Oh! This could be it.
So under 30 seconds to go in what has been a pretty entertaining and active first round. Joe, huge block there. The defense is holding up. Oh, he's there.
He's out.
Just like that, the fight is over.
Beautiful knockout for the K.
Now let's talk about the PS Plus games for this month, May 2020. Now, I'm not at all impressed with the selection that PSN has given us, or Sony I should say. The first game is some sort of city simulation game where you like start with a small town, then you end up with a big bustling metropolis. Now, that game may be a good thing for some, but I'm just not into those kinds of games. Now, what's even worse than that is Farming Simulator. Now, I'm not at all taking shots at these games, I'm just saying that I'm not impressed with them because they're not my kind of games that I like. I'm more into, like, action games, fighting games, shooter games, maybe even a racing game in between. But I am not at all into simulation games. Now, if you guys are fans of these games, then, and if you have PS Plus like I do, then feel free to download them. Be my guest. What you want to play is your decision, but I just don't like them. It's just my personal preference, you know. Now, for next month, I really hope that they improve on their decisions. Now, they have had good games in the past that I really liked, but this month is just another month where it's just fairly disappointing for me along with some other people. And some of the good months where there's like actual good worthwhile games that are actually fun and not boring. They do release those, and those are really good months. But maybe they could, I don't know, release one of those kinds of games where it's like one villain versus 4 other survivors. Like that type of game could potentially celebrate the release of Predator Hunting Grounds. Now, Predator Hunting Grounds is exactly like that. One player fights as the Predator, while 4 or 5 others fight as Marines or mercenaries. I'm just going to call them mercenaries because that seems that seems to make more sense. Now, these mercenaries, they have to complete a set of objectives. At the same time, they have to kill AIs. And I don't know exactly what these objectives are, but the mercenaries have to complete them, and at the same time, they've got to eliminate the AIs, as well as the Predator. Now, the Predator's job is stalking said mercenaries, and in the end, killing all of them. Just like the first Predator movie, except without all the mercenaries looking for the Predator. I mean, the mercenaries may be looking for the Predator, but they're mostly looking to complete objectives to actually be able to complete the match and win. Now, there are many games, 2 that I know of for sure, that are like Predator Hunting Grounds. First of which is Friday the 13th, the game, where you play as Jason. You can choose many different Jasons to play as, each from their own separate movie, some from a DLC. But main point is you can play as Jason. Now, Jason is tasked with killing counselors, like the classic movie Friday the 13th. And said counselors, there's many different counselors that you can choose from, each with their own pros and cons. Same with the Jasons. Each Jason has his own pros and cons. Each counselor has their own pros and cons. So, the council's main objective is to look around the camp, just around Camp Crystal Lake, and find tools and pretty much, just tools to fix a car so they can escape. Jason's objective is to find each counselor one by one and kill them. Maybe all at once, who knows? But his main objective is to find the counselors and kill them one by one in any means necessary. He can choke them out, he can break their heads, he can break their necks, he can stick a spear through their back, he can stick them on a tree, whatever. He can smash them through a window, he can pick them up and smash them on a pole until they eventually die. It doesn't matter. He can kill him. He has to kill him in any way he knows how. Now, another game, Dead by Daylight, I find that to be more fun than Friday the 13th because Dead by Daylight does not rely on a host to have a good internet connection. That's the main reason why I stopped playing Friday the 13th, because each match there would be a host that'd be all the way in the US. I'm in Oceania, and this host would have a rubbish connection, and that would impact negatively on all the players. Now, Dead by Daylight is pretty much the same as Friday the 13th, except each survivor in Dead by Daylight has to repair said generators to basically turn on the power and unlock certain gates. There's only 2 gates that I know of for sure around each map. Each map may only have 1 gate. I don't know. I haven't played on every map. But there's also a secret door that they can go through that's in the ground where they can escape if there's only 1 or 2 left. Now, the killer's objective, as I've said, each killer has its own pros and cons. Each survivor has their own pros and cons. There are many different killers, many different survivors. Now, a killer can range from the first killer that you play as, which has bear traps. He's mainly designed as like a patroller. The second killer, the hillbilly, he has a chainsaw and a cow mallet. This mallet is designed to pretty much just use blunt force trauma to kill him, and he has a chainsaw that can either be used to instantly kill the survivors or get around the map very, very quickly. Now, the hillbilly is already quick enough as it is because he's designed to cover long distances in a short amount of time. He's highly mobile. Now, there's also another killer that has a bell. Now, each time he smacks this bell, he can go invisible, and each time he smacks it again, he goes uninvisible. So this can be used to sneak up on players, but the bell has a very loud noise when it's getting smacked. So each, I don't know what category these games fall into, but I'ma just guess that it's 1v4, like survival horror. I don't know, but getting off topic here. Next month's game should be something like this to celebrate an upcoming game that, like a AAA game, like Predator Hunting Grounds. I don't know if that's AAA, but it's popular because there are lots of AVP fans out there, particularly of the Predator. It would be nice if they could make one of those survival horror type games free to play for the month for PS Plus members, or like just to celebrate Predator Hunting Grounds since it's a popular game, or they can actually get some good games out to improve on this month's crappy games.
Ready to go here at the start of round 1 for this stand-up only event, so grapplers need not apply. We outlined the rules off the top, but here's your refresher. No grappling of any type. We also point out fighters cannot do follow-up strikes on the ground. Let's see if the combatants play by the rules here as our first round gets underway. Nice knee to the body there by Northcutt.
These guys are going at it here right away, trading blows. Oh, he missed that kick. Oh,
he is throwing that right with fight-ending intentions. Oh! The jab followed by the right hand.
Nice leg kick.
We got to fight, folks. Oh!
Can he hang on?
Oh!
Oh, he's knocked down.
Well, he's up, but he is hurting for certain. The finish could come at any time. Left hand lands flush over the top. blocks that kick to the body, Joe. Well,
This could be it right here.
he's out!
And it was a beautiful, accurate uppercut that got the job.
Follow-up strikes on the floor. This is a stand-up only event. Let's see how it plays out.
Oh, I did not expect that one.
Right here.
Oh, he might be out.
Damn.
He's back to his feet, but he's hurt.
If he doesn't block the uppercut, I'll keep doing it.
Oh, he got cracked with the jab there.
Gotta
Joe,
block
and
the
his head
overhand.
is firmly on the center
There you
line, the
go,
one
there you
place
go.
he really can't afford to be. He's showing some vulnerability here by leaning right into his opponent's range. Let's see if he can make some adjustments here.
Oh!
He's got him here.
Oh, to the back of the head.
Well, he's
Body
up,
kick.
but oh, is he hurt.
The kick lands. He's stunned.
Back to the feet.
He
That
rocked
one
him.
to stun him.
Oh, he tagged him.
Oh,
Big shot.
goes down again. Sonnen gets up again when he looks for Joe.
Tagged him. Oh!
And just like that, the
Well,
fight is
I
over.
like this guy. I'm gonna pretend that he did not
Huge
expect that.
uppercut for the win.
Of course he
Yeah, Joe,
does a
a
bloody
near
Dragon Ball
perfect strike
Kamehameha.
to
Of course he
end the
does.
fight. We go right inside the octagon.